Shell stations across Nairobi, motorists are feeling the pinch of record high fuel prices. The Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority's latest review has pushed petrol to 2006 shillings and 97 cents per litre, while diesel now stands at 206 shillings and 84 cents per litre. For drivers, the impact is immediate. Long queues form as commuters weigh whether to fill up or cut back. Matatu operators warn of fare increases, while truck drivers say the cost of transporting goods is climbing sharply. Economists caution that the ripple effect will be felt in food prices and household budgets, tightening the squeeze on families already battling inflation. Consumer groups are calling for government interventions, arguing that without relief, the rising cost of fuel could stall economic activity. At Shell Nairobi, the mood is tense. Motorists express frustrations, some saying they may have to park their cars altogether. The spike is not just a local issue, it reflects global oil market disruptions and a weakening shilling, tying Kenya's fuel crisis to international shocks. For now, Kenyans brace themselves, hoping that the next review will bring some release at the pump and that the war in Iraq and Iran will subside because the crude oil has increased its price. That's why the prices have spiked here in Kenya too. Reporting for M247 TV, my name is Masit Chepngeno. Thank you very much, my viewers, for following me throughout the news item of the fuel prices that has hiked recently. Now I can see that the Studio B has been set to host Mr. Vincent, who will be having this talk show. Vincent has two visitors in the studio who will be talking about the record high pump prices, and we will get the deeper discussion on what is happening, that we may feel the heat of what the Kenyans and the residents are going through in this terrible time of the prices that were hiked. You can even, my viewer, you can put yourself in these shoes of where now the fuel prices have hiked high, and you cannot travel to several places because now the transport fee is a bit abnormal. Now let me invite now Mr. Vincent so that he can be able to continue with his talk show. Thank you very much. Have a blessed day. You've been listening to me, Masid Chepngeno.
Good afternoon and welcome to M247 TV. My name is Muyanga Mudama. Today we want to discuss a very pressing topic that is affecting every single household here in Kenya. It's about the fuel prices that have right now hiked so high to pass the 200 Kenyan shillings mark. Everyone is feeling this, everyone is talking about this, everyone is discussing it in every single corner while you're walking around. And to help us unpack and understand this conversation better, we have joining us today Kamau Boaz. Kamau Boaz is a matatu owner. Yes. Those people have already hiked the prices when they announced that fuel has gone high. So we want Mr. Kamau to help us understand how is this affecting the whole transport agenda and the passenger experiences here in the country.
Thank you very much, Mudama, for hosting me this afternoon. And I'd first begin by saying that we did not just hike the prices because we are just giving back whatever we've received. Because on our side, we are experiencing a high price for the fuel we're using in our cars. So it means that the same burden that we are having, it must reflect to the passengers. So we did not just sit down and decide to increase the fare price. the fare prices. Like for example, the oil was increased, the petroleum that we're using in our cars, it was increased, was it yesterday? Now you see, like it really has a great impact on our business, because this is not charity work, it's business. It means that at the end of it all, after I've taken you maybe to Nakuru, Mombasa, or Kisumu, it means
You have to
that
make profit.
yes, I must make profit. And for me to make profit, it means that whatever expenditure or whatever money I've used to fuel that car, it must return that money, and not just return, it must return with a profit.
So in a nutshell, you're just saying we'll feel this pain and you gotta adjust to feeling this pain.
Exactly.
Wow, you're very bold about it.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, tell us, as a matatu operator,
Yes.
what options do you have? Do you have anything at all within your capacity that you can do to cushion Kenyans from having this awful experience? Because if you're traveling to somewhere that is distant, we might be paying a fare of around 500 Kenyan shillings.
Yes.
But right now, when we go, the operators may start asking for around 1,000.
Yes.
So, is there anything that you guys can do in your capacity to help us not feel the pinch of this? Ama, do we have to sit through it?
First and foremost, we have our circles. The circles and our leaders, they decide on what prices or the amount that we'll be charging to move from one place to another. So they are very lenient this time around, and they have really tried, in as much as it's a tricky scenario, but they have really tried to ensure that whatever prices they'll fix, that the prices will at least be conversant with the travelers, because we don't want to have a scenario whereby we are carrying excess passengers, because it is risking people's life, and we are not here to kill people so that we make profit. So that's why we are emphasizing, in as much as it's a burden to the passengers, but it's also a burden to us that we are increasing the fare. So all we can say is that we only urge all our passengers, all our loyal passengers, that to be lenient with us, because we also need to put bread into our tables. We need to find something which our families will eat and drink.
Okay.
Yes.
And do you feel like like this government or this administration
Yes.
is doing enough to help us go through this? We know that there are a lot of external factors that are pressurizing or are leading to us
Yes.
feeling this kind of increase in the prices that we have. So, do you feel like this administration is doing enough, or do they need to pull up their socks in helping us?
I'll begin by saying that we have ears and we have eyes. We saw that our president tried to reduce the prices of fuel, but now it has left us with questions. Like, it's just the word of, he only said that fuel will reduce by 10 shillings, and immediately fuel prices reduce. So we are left with the question, are they the one hiking the prices for fuel so that they can make profit, or is it that there is high prices of fuel from whatever they are buying that fuel? So, like for right now, we're not sure if the government is doing any effort or they are just trying to make profit, because we are suffering. We are really suffering, because we have to balance between quitting this line of job and continuing suffering, because our travelers, they are really complaining, because they are thinking we are the bad people, like they are seeing us the villain in this story, which is very wrong, and it affects us in a very great manner, because our service delivery is undermined, because they know these matatu people, they, whenever they hear anything, wanapandisha tu bei ya mafuta. They don't care whether we are suffering or not. But rest assured, we are really trying our best. So on the government side, I think they need to do better than this. Yes.
So, as your final remark before
Yes.
we transition into a short break and having another person on the panel,
Yes.
what do you want to tell Kenyans? What can Kenyans hear from the point of view of the matatu owners?
Okay. So our view is this, that first and foremost, we'll focus our attention and we'll talk to the government directly, is that they should bear it with us, and they should ensure, they should try, at least they try and ensure that the prices that they are selling us this fuel, that it is mwananchi friendly, because if you compare it to other countries, their petroleum is cheaper than ours, and the issue is that petroleum, before it reaches their country, it passes through Kenya. Yeah, they don't have a port, it's landlocked. Uganda, I'm talking about Uganda. So for our passenger, they should bear it with us until this crisis is over. Remember, we had a similar crisis where during the Russia and Ukraine, and our loyal customers, they were very lenient to us, and they tried in as much as it was it was very tough for them. So for this period also, we shall get through this. All we are asking from you is cooperation. If you hear that, because we have for our company, Maisha Bora buses, we have clearly shown our fare rates. So if a conductor or if a driver charges you excess fare, please complain. We have our helpline number, which is 0746 324397. Reach out to us and air out your complaint so that we can deal with such an issue.
Such inconveniences.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. That is Kamau Boaz. He's a matatu owner here in Kenya. I believe your matatus ply all over the whole country, right?
Yes.
And we are hoping that we'll be able to see a new age into this crisis that has come upon our country.
Yes.
So stay tuned. We're about to take a short break, and after the break, we'll be having a different panelist who'll be talking from the business person point of view. Everything is bought online today, and with Centara, we have simplified it for you. From buying electronics, furniture, groceries, tools, and even soaps, you can purchase it straight from the palm of your hand on your phone. You just go online, you download the Centara app from Play Store or even Apple Store, or you can even make orders from our website. Immediately you do that, you can secure what it is that you need, make the payment, and we'll do the delivery straight to your doorstep. Centara has simplified this to ensure that you have the best experience while doing online shopping. Remember, you can buy anything. If it's a new phone, if it is AirPods, even if it's a brand new handbag, or even the shoes that I am wearing right now. Remember, Centara, your cart, your story. Welcome back to the second segment here at M247 TV. My name is Muyanga Muthama. We have just heard from Kamau Boaz, a matatu owner here in Narok County, who has explained to us how much this ripple effect has been coming to increase the fares of what we are right now experiencing. But away from that, we have decided to bring another panelist to come and talk to us about these fuel prices. With me is Halima Yusuf. She's a businesswoman. She has traveled all the way from Nairobi to come and talk to us right now about the effects that we're feeling with this fuel increase. Halima, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Muthama. I'm pleasured to be here.
Exactly. Do you think you could explain to us the ripple effects of how the fuel increases and then the goods of what we're buying start increasing?
Okay, the effects of the increase in fuel prices is that I'll start from the bottom. From the farmers to the transportation to me, then to my loyal customers. Okay, so when the fuel increases, the farmer, first the fertilizer and the seeds of planting, he'll have to get it a higher price than before, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, that's the farmer. Then for the transport, the boda or the matatu, the means of transport that I'll choose, okay, the transport will increase by a certain percentage, of course, because the fuel has increased, isn't it? Okay, now when it comes to me, I won't be getting my goods with the same price that I used to get with the transportation cost. Also from the purchases of the farmer, if I'm buying potatoes from a farmer, maybe he used to sell for me the potatoes at a sack at 200 or 300. Now it has increased to 500, isn't it? Because of the fuel hike and all that. Then the transport cost, maybe the boda guy was transporting the sack at a fee of 500. But now it's coming at 700. You see, it has increased also. Now when it reaches to me, I already have some extra cost to incur, extra cost that I have to to remove extra money from my pockets. See? So for me too, I'll have to sell the potatoes at a higher price than before to my customers, so that I can be able to fill that gap or replace the money which I've used the extra money. Yeah.
So you've explained very properly how this ripple effect comes from the farmer all the way to you. Now, in your position, what do you think the government and business leaders can do to help alleviate us from this situation?
I think that the government and the business leaders should have a seat, wawe na kikao. They discuss seriously, because when the fuel rises just automatically, like kwangu inatu affect sana, like, and then it finds you unexpected. Maybe you never had that extra cash in your bank or in your saving accounts. So like they'll have to sit down, discuss, and come up with proper ways or methods of maybe us sourcing. Maybe wakuwe na a storage of fuel, yani mahali wanaeka fuel, so that hiki like usikuwe na that yani hike, tukuwe na mali tunaweza source the fuel pia, maybe kukiwa na hizo I don't know how to put it, but yani something of the sort. And also I think that they have to decide, even if the fuel will strike high, like isiende to a way, isipande juu to a way that itatuumiza sisi, na pia ikitumiza sisi lazima itaumiza wananchi, si ndio? So like they have to come up with mitigations and ways of how to cope up with this problem, because fuel has been rising for the recent years. Like unasikia leo imepanda, kesho imepungua, like we have been playing that rat and cat game. So they need to come up with proper mitigation that will not only like have effect kwa hii in the current now, but mpaka in the future it will last.
Okay. Now I'm reading some comments from some of the viewers who are looking at our show live. One person from Bomet, Masit Chetngeno, she's asking, ask Halima whether her business can survive without passing the cost to customers. Talk to Masit. Talk to Masit. Is it possible?
Of course it's not possible. So unajua like mwanabiashara lazima we make profit. So it's not possible. We have to pass. If kama mimi napitia an extra cost, pia wewe as my mteja wa customer lazima pia I pass that cost to you, because remember I need to make profits. Come on, I can't be in a business like and I'm just making losses, but I need to have that extra profit. Kama ni a shilling or 5 shilling, at least it will make a impact and a difference. So it's necessary, and it's not in a bad way, but we have to pass the cost, we as business people, to have, so that we can even also be able to pay our bills, maybe to pay our extra things.
Okay. Now, because we are running short of time, maybe you can talk to our viewers, and what is one thing you want to tell to our viewers? What is your closing statement?
I'd like to tell our viewers that bear with us during these hard moments. Of course, like the economy may shoot up, also the rise of fuel. Like bear with us, and let's just like they bear with us, and let's just hope that all will be well. It's just only for a matter of time. Then the government will come up with a proper solution and mitigation to cope up with this challenge.
Thank you very much. Back to you, our viewer. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon as we discuss how these fare rates and how when the fuel increases we're seeing this difference. We've always been hearing it from the news, hearing that there's a war in Iran, fuel is going to be having an issue. In the next few minutes we are told that the prices will start increasing, and within some few days, less than a week, we are starting to see the effects coming right on our table with the bread, potatoes, and the rice that we're buying every single day. Now, Kamau Boaz was our guest. Matatu owner and Halima Yusuf has been so gracious enough to talk to us from a business person point of view, and we hope that we've been able to simplify this kind of conversation. Continue sending in your remarks. We'll pass them to these two awesome panelists that are still within the studio, and we'll make sure that we give you an answer on all our social media platforms. My name is Muyanga Mudhama. Thank you for joining to M247 TV.